Change your diet, change your life, change the planet. Good morning. It's October 17th, 2010, and I'm on Mount Equinox in Manchester, Vermont, just north of Bennington where I live. And we got about 10 inches of snow here the other day, so I decided I would do a run up the mountain and check it out. And I just did a race over in Saratoga, the New York 5K cross-country championships, and I wanted some extra mileage, so I thought I'd come play in winter and get ready for winter. And it's a blast, except that the trail is pretty wet, and I'm wearing my Brooks Green Silence, which are road shoes, and my feet are freezing, and that's kind of stupid, but this is a blast. I love it. Doing all this mileage and this vertical elevation of my training, trying to get 14,000 feet of vertical per week and 100 miles of running on trails, which is usually 2 to 2.5 hours a day, trail running with about 2,000 feet or more of vertical per day. But also for the marathon, I'm teaching my body to burn fat as its primary fuel. And I'm doing that by not eating carbohydrates before I go for my runs. Oh, look at this. It's all slush and water. Oh, my feet are freezing. Okay, so by not eating carbohydrates before your long runs, you're gonna run out of glycogen, and you're gonna teach your body to use fat as its preferential fuel and not glycogen. Now, initially, you're gonna get really tired and you're totally gonna bonk on the runs. And after about an hour and 45 minutes, I will start bonking in my run. But then your body learns how to metabolize fats faster and uses them as its most, as its primary fuel source. So, if you're gonna do a marathon, you wanna train your body to burn fat and not glycogen, because you only have a limited supply of glycogen. Maybe 90 minutes. If you're lucky, if you're a genetic freak, you've got 2 hours worth of glycogen in your body. But most people, it's about 90 minutes. So teach your body to burn fat by not consuming sugar before your runs. Now, physiologically, this works because when you consume sugar, any kind of carbohydrate, even if it's complex, your body produces insulin. Insulin causes fat storage and stops fat utilization. It stops fatty metabolism, fatty acid metabolism. So you want to turn insulin off or not have it activated while you're running. And that allows your body to use fat as its preferential fuel source. Now, during the run, you can consume some carbohydrate. Okay, during the run, after you've been running for about half an hour, you can consume some carbohydrate because your body has already kicked into fat metabolism, and it's not likely to produce a lot of insulin. So you're gonna be safe, but never before. Definitely not 3 hours before a race, but especially in a workout, you wanna train your body to use fat. Oh my God, my feet are so cold. They're freezing. I'm gonna lose my toes. This is nuts. This is a blast. This is awesome. So why would you want to use fat as your primary fuel rather than glycogen or carbohydrate, stored carbohydrate? Well, 2 reasons. Number one, glycogen, you have a limited supply. Fat, you have an unlimited supply, pretty much. You could run for days with the fat on your body. Even if you're a skinny runner, you still have days worth of fat for use as energy for running. Number two, carbohydrate metabolism, glycogen metabolism, lactic acid or lactate is the byproduct. And that's eventually going to accumulate in your system and you're going to shut down. Whereas there is no lactate produced from fatty acid metabolism. So by training your body to burn fat as its primary fuel source, you significantly cut down on the amount of lactic acid you're producing. Because you're burning a little bit of carbohydrate always. But if you're mostly burning fat, you're going to have those carbohydrate stores last longer, and you're going to reduce the amount of lactic acid buildup in your system. So you're effectively raising your lactate threshold. So that's why I'm doing these long runs without food beforehand, to teach my body to use my fat stores. Yay! One very important thing, if you're going to do a run like this, you want to bring some food with you. You don't want to go out there and end up in a serious state of hypoglycemia and not be able to get home. So you want to make sure that you bring carbohydrates, a little backup, with you just in case. Alright, so you can make it in. Because when you first start doing this, your body's going to be screaming for carbohydrate, and it's not going to want to turn on fatty acid metabolism full tilt. It's going to take a while to teach your body to do that. So right now, I've been out here for, I've been running for over 2.5 hours today, and yet I'm not really bonking at all. I feel pretty good because I've taught my body to do this. But when you first start doing it, you're going to bonk hard. And that's when you need to keep running. Don't eat the food yet. Let your body get used to that, state of hunger. Not just stomach, it's not stomach hunger, it's muscle hunger. It's brain hunger. The brain is starving for glucose. Push through it. Don't go out there and try to do 3 hours on your first time. Do an hour and a half, then 2, then 2.25, then 2.5, and keep building your way up, on your long runs. But bring food with you just in case. You want to be safe. So I bring dates and little Lower Bar minis with me, and that helps. But I never eat them. I eat them when I get back to the car. Okay, bye. Best part of this run, I get to experience a gorgeous fall all around me right now, all the way down to the bottom. It gets even nicer the lower you go. But then there's winter at the top of the mountain, so I get to experience 2 gorgeous seasons today. Yeah.